All right, guys. So let's move on where we left. So in the previous session, if you remember, that we discussed about the three systems, and one of them was the smart control, right? Another was manager here, and then was one more component that was gateway. This was a manager, and here this one we call it as a smart control. So all three are connected like this. Okay. So it means that all gateway they are managed via this manager, and from the smart control, that is basically a Java based application, and that can be installed in any of the machine, right? So from here we can reach a manager, and from the manager we can reach the gateway. So all the device based configuration like system update or system interface IP or NTP, so these type of means device type of configuration, they are being configured on directly on manager, while anything like policy or rules related thing, or if it is related to the NAT or some other firewall related things, they goes to the gateway. So that's how the configuration it is, right? So here what I'm trying to do, or I have planned that I will configure two devices, one as a manager and one as a gateway, because we are having the option to configure both manager and gateway to the same device, but I will make two separate configuration. I will take two separate devices. One I will make manager and another one I will make a gateway. So what will benefit we will have, that you will get an option, or we will get an option to see that how the different gateways can be configured to the manager. And if we make one device, same device as a gateway and manager, then you will lose that an option to configure uh, gateway to the manager. So let's see the EVNG, that how it goes with the EVNG. Okay. So let me quickly switch to EVNG, and do not focus on this girl from the Avenger, right? If you have watched the movie Avengers, then you might know her, right? Scarlet. So just forget about her. Let's focus on the EVNG. So in the EVNG, I have taken three component. The one is our normal computers. There is a one checkpoint firewall that I have given a name as a manager. Another checkpoint firewall named as a gateway. So in both of them, we will run the basic wizard, initial wizard we can say, right? And in that way, we will configure this device as a manager and this device as a gateway. So let me just log in this machine manager that's logged in, and put me username and password. Let me show you the interface. Show interface the net 0. So that is our management interface, and here I have configured the IP address 192.168.29.81. Okay. Another checkpoint firewall, that is a gateway, and if I logged in this one, admin 123, right? And if I show you the interface IP here of the Ethernet 0, this is the IP address 192.168.29.80. So this is 80 and this is 81. Okay, so gateway, if I put this is our gateway, I think name should be here. It's not here, not a problem. So here it is a gateway, okay, GW, and in manager it's something gateway Z3300 something. So that is basically 81 IP address, and they all are connected via Windows machine here. So I'm going to start this one. I think that's fine. I have already tested, so it is going. So you can just what I first thing you have to do, you can just try to check the reachability, whether you are having reachability to manager and gateway or not. So I have tested it. I most probably right 80 I have tested, not tested the 81. So let me test the connectivity to the dot 80 and 81. So from this machine, both the device manager and gateway are reachable now. So let me open it in that dot 81. That's okay. Advance, proceed, and here I will put admin, admin, and the password. Okay. So in the next window, let me open the next one, that is 80, and it is not opening. Why? Because I did not give the HTTPS. That is okay. So let me run the first time wizard here, and let me make myself sure that which one is the gateway and which one is the manager, else it will destroy my topology. So 81 is the manager, right? So where is my machine? Here it is, 81. So 81 is my manager. So I will run this machine as a manager. So continue with the R81.10 configuration. So it's okay. In the previous video, I have shown this thing. Okay, but I'm just running quickly on this. Let me change the name here. So this is my manager. So it will set up it here, and time is Canada or something. Let it be. I don't care at all. Next, security gateway. Yeah, that's fine. And this one I don't want as a security gateway. I want to function this device as a security management. Okay, so I just uncheck the security gateway and go ahead with the security management. And next, use Gaia administrator admin, or you can want to create a new administrator admin. So I don't want to create a new one. If you wish, in the production environment, you can just configure the new one, but I'm okay with the current administrator privileges. So I finish it, and this will start the configuration process. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes, I'm sure, and I want to configure it. So now it is verifying the configuration, and it will set up the device. Meanwhile, let me check why my port 80 is reachable now. So advanced, unsafe is okay, and let me put the username and password here. And this is I'm going to configure it as a gateway. Next, all thing, there's nothing to change here. I'm all okay with the IP addresses. If required, I will change wherever I want. The main thing I want to just rename the machine so that you do not get confused with the manager and gateway. Time is not a problem. And here I will uncheck the security management, and I will make this device as a security gateway. Okay. And the clustering part, I don't want, let it be like this, cluster Excel. Does this gateway have a dynamically assigned IP addresses, DI IP? No, I don't have that. And this is the very important part actually. So let me just tell you two things about this thing, which is this activation key and yeah. So, and let me clear it here. So activation key. So this is actually if you just have observed that whenever I configured that manager, it did not ask me this option for activation key and confirm that activation key, right? So this is not like that it is looking for a license, right? It is not license or something that you have to buy that device and put the activation key. Actually, the thing is that this device is as a gateway, okay? This is a gateway. Now what we will do, we will configure this gateway to the manager. So what I'm going to do, I'm just creating a password type of thing, or you can say that one-time password OTP or something like that one, that we are creating this password here or activation key. I'm creating it here at the gateway. And whenever I'm integrating this gateway in a manager, then I will put this activation key in the manager. Once I enter this activation key inside the manager, my this gateway will be integrated to the manager. So this is the purpose of this activation key, right? So this is nothing like we are configuring any activation key, or we are have to buy it somewhere. So there's nothing like that one. We are setting up a new thing. So I'm putting it as a here. Anything I'm putting as a Cisco 123. You can put anything. Let me make sure that I'm writing the correct keywords, right? And connect to the management as a service. So right now I don't want to do anything. Put it next. Your device will be configured with the following products as a security gateway. That's what I want it. And I will start the configuring the machine. So meanwhile, let me check that if I have configured the another one or not. So it has taken some of the steps, and now it is going for the gateway. So let me save my time a little, right? I'm pausing this video, so it will save some time of that uh, recording. So here configuration completed successfully, right? Let me check the another one. You must restart the system in order to finish the configuration. Click OK to restart now, or reboot automatically in the dismiss in many of seconds. So it's okay. I want to restart it right now. So what is going to do? It will restart the device. So let me check what has been restarted. The gateway has been restarted and manager is already restarted. So let me log in it again. Now my manager is up, and let me change some of the IP addresses. Okay. Meanwhile, let me pause the video and change those IP addresses. Okay. Okay, guys. So I have changed some of the IP addresses in the manager and the gateway. Let me show that earlier it was 192.168, but now they have something else. Let me show you. Show interface Ethernet 0. Okay. So now the IP addresses are 10.1.1.50. This is for the manager. And if I log into this gateway, let me show you the IP address there as well. I think that might have restarted now. Yeah, it is up. So admin 123 is my password here. Okay. And let me show you the IP address. Okay. So show IP, not show interface, Ethernet 0. Perfect. So this is the IP address is 10.1.1.51. So the manager is 10.1.1.50 and the gateway is 51. So meanwhile, I'm just opening the computer here. That is Windows, right? So let me open this. So here I have logged on 10.1.1.50. Okay. And in order to use the machine, I have explained you that we have an option that is smart console, right? So you can download it from here, download now, and you can install it. To save the time, I have installed it in my machine. So let me open it. Okay. Yeah, here it is. So now I will try to log on my manager. So 192, not 192. I'm putting the old IP address. I have to put the IP address of the gateway. Not sorry, not gateway, manager. 10.1.1.1.50. Okay. So, and the password will be the same, and the server name, or I have done something else, or what is this one? Let me delete this. What is this information? I think this was IP address. Okay, this is the username. So this is the username admin, and the password I have put it correctly. And now I am putting the IP address 10.1.1.50, and let me log it down. So it takes some time. Sometimes it fails as well. So let's see that if it is logging it on or it fails. Normally it should be logged on, but if you are trying by yourself and if it is not connecting within 5 to 10 minutes, then it's okay, because it is installed, but still it takes some time. Okay, so it's okay for now because I have passed that one that time while that pausing that video. Okay, so now it is telling me to proceed. So now let's see that how actually the smart console looks like. I'm really excited to show you. Okay, so it is initializing the services. Just bear up me, guys. I think my gateway is also opened. Yeah, that's perfect. Let me focus on the computer. So just to remind you again, this is not my computer. This is the computer which is in the topology here, this Windows machine. That's what I'm logged on. It means that we are having manager, we are having a gateway, we are having a bridge here, and this computer is directly connected to this bridge. This bridge is connected to the manager, and from this bridge we are also connecting to the gateway. Okay, just to remind, because I'm having free time to just show you. Okay, that's fine. So what's in the new smart console? That's what they are telling, but I'm not really interested that what they are trying to show me. So this is how our console, smart console looks like, right? So this is the window. We are having like options to see gateway and servers. Okay, that how many gateways are connected or servers are connected. You can see it here. And if you change the, I think it is yellow color. I'm not at okay with this. Blue is fine. So this is how, right? That's how you can see the how many gateways or managers are connected. If you are having multiple gateways, you will be having multiple rows here. Okay. We can see the on option of the security policy. We are here for the security policies. Okay, we can just check logs and monitors here, and manage the settings as well. So rather than I'm just putting it here, let me just show you that how actually it looks like. That will give you the real feel. Okay, so security policies are looking like this. You can configure multiple securities policies according to the requirement, what of the traffic you want to allow or block. Okay, so there are some terminologies that we put some cleanup rules, some we put at like demilitarized zone policies. So we will just have a look, but just have a look that that's how the window look like. Okay, so let me smart it here. Yes, that's fine. So that's how you can see the rules here, right? This is a cleanup rule that is a by default. You cannot modify or delete this one, right? So by default, we are having that policy that drop anything, right? If you see it here, source any source, any destination, right? If the IP address is coming from any of the source and going to any of the destination, and if it is looking for any of the service, it will just drop as of now. So in order to allow that one, we have to create one more policy, and that will be going up of that one. We will explore that one. That's not a problem. We can check the logs and monitors here, that whatever the traffic is being violated or it is being allowed through those security policies, that you can look at this logs and monitors. You can sniffer the packet, you can just capture your logs, that where your traffic is being blocked, or if it is allowed, then you can just check that policy, that is for that specific IP address, which of the rule is being hit, and the traffic is being allowed and sent to the server. So that's what we can do. We can also change some of the settings here, right? So that's what we can also do. But the first thing first, what I have to do, I have to add my gateway to this manager, right? And there's a, you see that three dots here, we can click on this, and after that one you can go to this new, and in this new we are adding new gateway. So you can click it here, new gateway. Now it is asking you to add gateway via a wizard mode, or you want to go via classic mode. So in the wizard mode is like a new stylish things. You might have seen that we just finish one of the page, then the next page comes up, you finish that page, and then again the next page comes up. So that is the new style of working. And the classic mode is that all the information whatever you have to fill, that comes in the single page. So I prefer that classic mode. And let's add our gateway in the manager. So first thing that what we have to do, we have to put the name of the gateway. So I'm just writing it here, gateway 1. IP address of the gateway is 10.1.1.51. The most important thing is this gateway should be reachable from the manager. Okay, it does not have an complementary requirement that that should be in the same network. As of now, both the manager and the gateway both are in the same subnet, but it is not mandatory. The most important thing is that it should be reachable from the manager. If it is not reachable, we will not be having any communication, and the communication will be failing, right? So the first important thing is that it should be reachable from the manager. And the comments not required, and you see that secure internal communication that we discussed in the, I think, the previous class, that is SIC, right? So this SIC is not uninitialized. This is basically communication between the manager and the gateway. So we will configure this communication and make it happening. So now this is the time to put our that what we have entered the activation key. So if you just focus it here, or there it was the name as an activation key and confirm password. Here it is asking the one-time password and confirm one-time password. So there is a mismatch in this labeling. So I don't know why they have doing this thing. That might be that they are in the development phase, or they are changing the product slowly. So that might be a reason. But the thing is that the same activation key what we have just configured on the gateway, or we have created or generated the activation key in the gateway, that we have to put it here in the manager. So there I put it Cisco 123. So here again I am putting that Cisco 123. Okay, and now let's initialize it. Let's see that if it is happening or not. So you see that it is, trust is established. So meanwhile, what is happening for this certificate state, that this manager is issuing a certificate to the gateway, and now that gateway trying to connect to manager once again, showing that certificate, okay, that I have this certificate, whatever the information you have presented to me, right? So it is like whatever we are doing any https communication via certificate base. So the same thing is happening it here, certificate based trust. And once the communication is established, so that is basically a secure communication. Okay, so I can put it here, okay. So our communication is okay now. And as of now we are having just one interface, that is Ethernet, and that is a management interface. If we are having more interfaces here, we can watch it here. Okay, they will be showing. So as of now I have not configured any more interfaces here, but I will configure in the coming classes. Okay, let's close this as well. And secure communication, trust is established. Earlier you remember it was uninitialized, right? Now the trust is established. Platform is open hardware, version is R81. That's what we are doing. OS is Gaia. That's it. That we are quite happy with that, right? And access control is a firewall, IPsec VPN. So that's what we can, now you can see the features we are having. We can do all of these things. So as of now, that is all okay. Let me check the network management here. So just one interface here, Ethernet 0, that is a management interface. And we can just have a look more interfaces as well. And that's how it is done. Let me put it up. And after that one, let's just click OK here. Okay. As you click OK, it is just trying to add that gateway to the manager. Okay, let's add. Yeah, so now you see that it has added or gateway to the manager. So you are seeing a minus sign or dash, we can say that simply on this machine. So normally it just gives you an icon like this, right, as an OK, as is showing for the manager. But even if it is showing like this minus or hyphen, that's not a problem. Even in some cases, it can show a symbol like this, right? This is a warning sign, something. So it is just related to the alarms or notification. That's how they are coming on the device, or it is having. So based on that one, it is showing that status over here, but you don't have to worry until unless you have any terrific or outage or something, that one, right? That is impacting our firewalls. You don't have to worry. After some time it may turn up to the symbol like that, like this one, because it takes some time to sync up and all those things. So that may change, but as of now, even if it is a minus sign, I'm okay with that one. That's we don't have to do anything. So I think that's okay for it today. Okay. And we have added our gateway here. Let me just refresh it if it is changing the symbol or not. And if it is not changing, then it's okay. And meanwhile, let me tell you the plan of the next session. In the next session, what I'm going to do, I will take the connectivity with this gateway to the internet, and I will try to access the internet on this computer. This computer, sorry, this is why he's moving on this computer, because I will try to connect the internet on this side. Okay, so we will try to access internet on this machine via this firewall, and we will apply some security policies on this firewall, and we will see that what are the traffic is allowed through this firewall and what is not allowed. So based that is completely based on our policies. So that's what our plan is, that one. Or I think we will see. First, I will show you the basic thing, then we will go some other things like backup and all. So meanwhile, I was in the this machine, and okay, so here we can we will define the rule. So let me check the status if it has been changed or not. So it has is still like that one, that's not a problem. So I'm stopping it now, and we will see that how we will configure the policies. So, and we will also see that how we will add the interface. So obviously for that one we have to go to the Gaia portal. So it's okay as of now. And if you want to go to the I can say the my website. So this is my website. You can check freshdeveloper.online, right? So as of now, there are two courses. The CCNA I have completed, and then right now I'm running on this checkpoint firewall. Remaining all courses are not running, so don't go for that one. I have not done anything for those. So two sessions I have taken, day one and day two, and this is the day three. So I will add after some time. And I've also recorded that EVNG lab setup, so I'm have planned to add at the top. So whoever is interested, they can watch it at the first, and then they go for the course. So it's okay for as of now, and we will see you in the next session. Okay, guys, bye bye. See you soon.